The life of Nezuko Kamado, Demon Slayer. Nezuko Kamado is the deuteragonist of Demon Slayer, Kimitsu no Yaiba. She is a demon and the younger sister of Tanjiro Kamado, and one of the two remaining members of the Kamado family. Formerly a human, she was attacked and turned into a demon by Muzan Kibutsuji. Welcome to the Amagi! In today's video, we're going over the life of Nezuko Kamado. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Background. Nezuko grew up on a mountain alongside her older brother Tanjiro and the rest of her siblings and mother as the eldest daughter of the Kamado family. She presumably took care of her younger siblings as an assistant to her mother, as is briefly witnessed prior to her family's death. Unlike Tanjiro, who was responsible for selling firewood in town, Nezuko would usually help out around the family home. The family was somewhat poor, and as a result, Nezuko sometimes had to go without things like new clothes in order to ensure that the rest of her siblings had enough food to eat. She did not appear to view this as a burden, and instead was simply just content with helping her family. Final selection arc. After a demon attack almost kills her entire family, Nezuko is turned into a demon by the orchestrator of said attack, Muzan Kibutsuji. At first, she's rather wild, and even attacks her single remaining brother. However, she quickly comes to her senses and swiftly jumps in to defend him from Gyo Tomioka when the Hashira tries to harm him. Following her awakening after their short fight and her brother receiving instructions from Gyu to find a man named Sakonji Urokodaki, Nezuko is taken by Tanjiro to first bury and pay their respects to their deceased family. She then hides in a nearby cave since the sun has risen and waits for her brother to find something to carry her in so they can travel by day. The two begin to travel towards Sakonji's home but run into a demon who is just killed and is preying on a family on their way. Tanjiro attacks the demon, hitting it in the jaw with his axe, but swiftly heals the wound and boasts about its regeneration abilities. Angered, the demon pounces on Tanjiro, but Nezuko swiftly kicks its head off, also kicking its body away as it continues to attack. The pair manage to fend off the demon, pinning its head to a tree and throwing its body off a mountain until Sakonji suddenly appears and informs them that they cannot kill a demon through these methods. Tanjiro hesitates to deliver the final blow, and eventually the sun rises, causing the demon to disintegrate and Nezuko to flee to the safety of the house. After a short lecture and a test of strength, the siblings are taken in by Sakonji, who then begins training Tanjiro in the water-breathing style. Nezuko then sleeps for the full 2 years Tanjiro spends training, not even awakening after he leaves for the final selection. Sakonji keeps her in check the entire time until Tanjiro successfully passes the final selection, because it is only then, when he returns to them, that Nezuko awakens. She greets Tanjiro, embracing him and relieving him of his fears. It is during this time that we learn that Sakonji used suggestive hypnosis on Nezuko while she was asleep to reinforce a simple mindset, that all humans were members of her family, and therefore she should protect them, and also to kill all demons. First mission arc. Nezuko accompanies Tanjiro to his first mission, where she emerges from her box to fight a copy of the swamp demon. She falls asleep after the demon is defeated. Asakusa arc. Nezuko sits in her box as her and Tanjiro reach the city of Asakusa, Tokyo, where they have their first run-in with Muzan Kibutsuji, who is disguised as a human with a family. After they flee, they capture the attention of Lady Tamayo and a young boy named Yushiro. They bring Nezuko and Tanjiro back to their secret house where Tamayo, a demon doctor, treats patients. Yushiro is a demon as well, and they're trying to eliminate Muzan. Tamayo and Tanjiro agree to help manufacture a cure for demons by studying Nezuko's blood and the blood of demons close to Muzan. Lord Muzan's assassins interrupt the meeting, claiming to be members of the 12 Kizuki, and unleash a furious assault on the house using Timari and arrow spells. Tanjiro takes on the arrow demon, while the others play a deadly game of handball with the Timari demon. Tanjiro is able to eliminate Yahaba by combining multiple water-breathing forms, but he's exhausted from the fight. Nezuko and Yushiro are able to hold Suzumaru off, but she's ultimately too powerful for them. After the battle, Tamayo and Yushiro decide to leave the area. Nezuko sees them both as her human family, moving both Tamayo and Yushiro. They bid farewell, and Tanjiro leaves the city for his next assignment to the south-southeast. Tsuzumi Mansion Arc. Nezuko spends most of this arc in her box as it takes place during the day. Inosuke tries attacking her box because he could smell her demon blood, but Zenitsu protects her box with his body. Natagumo Mountain Arc. Nezuko takes part in the battle against lower rank 5 Rui. She helps her brother at first, using herself as a shield against Rui's threads, but then is captured and tied up by him to the top of several trees upside down, falling asleep as a result of blood loss. Her mom's spirit asks her to wake up and help Tanjiro for saving him from Rui. She wakes up for a moment and deals the killing blow with her newly awakened blood demon art, thanks to her blood that stained on Tanjiro's sword previously, and through the same threads that Rui used to tie her up for defending against Tanjiro's last attack instead. After that fight, Shinobu tries to stab her with poison, but her attack is blocked by Giyu. Tanjiro tries to escape with Nezuko from the scene, but he fails after Kanao, without being seen by him, stomps on his back. Tanjiro asks Nezuko to run, and his jaw ends broken after a kick on the head. Nezuko proceeds to turn into a small child and makes a run for her life. Before Kanao cuts a cornered Nezuko head off, a crow appears ordering to bring the Kamado siblings to Demon Slayer's headquarters. Nezuko decides to get to headquarters inside her box. Rehabilitation Training Arc. Nezuko is awakened by Sanemi, who stabs her in an attempt to provoke her and her brother. Sanemi, trying to prove that Nezuko is dangerous, uses his Marechi blood as a bait. Nezuko recalls her family and refuses to drink it in the end. She ends up pissed off at Sanemi after being awoken and stabbed. She's carried out to the Butterfly Mansion alongside her brother. Nezuko spends almost the entire arc sleeping to recover her strength after she uses her blood demon art for the first time against Rui. Zenitsu tells her about their breathing holding training and then promises to take her at night where the flower he's holding was blooming. Since Muzan is usually able to discern demons' location whom him has given blood to, and thanks to Nezuko being taken into Ubuyashiki's headquarters, he normally knows where to find him out. However, it's learned that, like Tamayo, Nezuko has unknowingly broken that bond. Mugen Train Arc. Nezuko gets out of her box only to get confused by Kyojuro Rengoku, whom is strangling a human while he's asleep. She tries to wake her brother up for a head pat, then proceeds to give him a headbutt in frustration when she's unable to rouse him. However, due to Tanjiro's comically hard forehead, she ends up splitting her own forehead open and starts bleeding. This causes her to cry and use her blood demon art on her brother. She uses it on the ropes of the Demon Slayers after they were put to sleep by lower rank 1 Enmu. She fights with her fingernails since she'll fall asleep pretty soon if she uses her blood. She's helped by a sleeping Zenitsu whom declares that he will protect her, which she looks on in awe. Her admiration is quickly dispelled, however, as he pops back asleep mid-sentence and begins to snore. Both of them defend 3 cars of the train from Enmu. After the train is stopped and during the fight between Kyojuru and Akaza, she falls asleep on the arms of Zenitsu, who is asleep as well. Before Kyojuro dies, he finally acknowledges Nezuko as a member of the Demon Slayer Corps since she protected the humans on the train. Zenitsu gets her into the box to protect her from the sunlight. Entertainment District Arc. Nezuko awakens to her berserk-like demon transformation ability during the fight with Daki, the female half of Upper Rank 6. After almost consuming a human in her animalistic state, she is subdued by Tanjiro and is sidelined for the rest of the fight. She proves instrumental in saving several demon slayers from the brink of death by using her exploding blood ability to burn the lethal poison of Gyutaro, the male half of Upper Rank 6, out of their blood. Swordsmith Village Arc. Nezuko almost disintegrates in the sunlight, but then suddenly becomes a demon immune to the sun, something which Muzan had tried so hard to find. She assists Genya as they fight the Upper Rank 4 Han Tengu. Hashira Training Arc. During this time, Nezuko took Tamayo's medicine and is under the care of Sakonji Urokodaki. Before taking the medicine, Nezuko was delighted to see Urokodaki. Sunrise Countdown Arc. Nezuko, appearing to have sensed something, gets up. As Sakonji asks the girl what's wrong, she dashes into the forest, seemingly aware and drawn to Tanjiro's impending death. Kiriya, worried and wondering what to do, yells for her to be retrieved. Kiriya then remembers his father's words to let Nezuko do as she pleases, allowing her to leave. Urokodaki still chases her, but Nezuko is far too fast for him. She then leaps off of a cliff, landing safely in the forest below. As Nezuko rushes towards the city, she begins to undergo drastic changes. Her right eye becomes that of her human self, and her hair has returned to being solely black. Nezuko remembers Muzan slaughtering her family and becomes enraged. She then remembers how Tanjiro carried her through the snow, panicked and desperate, trying to save her life. She recalls every ally and friend she's made along the way and every tender moment she's shared with them, including Sanemi stabbing her. As her reversion continues, her hands have now become human. She envisions Tanjiro holding out his hand to her in his promise to protect her as she becomes fully human once more. Did you enjoy our video? Be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi, and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about all our latest videos.